Today, we are diving into a really powerful idea, the concept that your own mindset can, believe it or not, magnetically align you with financial abundance. We're going to break down the core principles from a guided meditation that's designed to do exactly that. So let's just jump right in with the big question from the source material. What if your thoughts are actively, right now, shaping your financial reality? And look, we're not just talking about wishful thinking here. This is about a deep internal alignment that could actually change everything. So, how's it supposed to work? Well, it all kicks off with something the source calls aligning with abundance. And this is framed as a conscious decision, a really fundamental choice you have to make about how you see money, the world, and, your own place in it. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because this choice boils down to two totally opposite mindsets. You've got scarcity on one side, that's all about fear, limiting beliefs, and just a constant feeling of lack. But on the other side, you've got abundance, which is all about faith, a belief in unlimited possibilities, and a feeling of prosperity. The source is super clear on this. The very first step is to consciously choose abundance over scarcity and faith over fear. So what do they even mean by abundance in this context? Well, it's basically a core belief system. It's this deep conviction that the universe isn't some place with limited resources, but a place that's always providing. It's a fundamental trust that wealth isn't just for a few lucky people, but that it's always available to you. It's all about shifting from that competitive, fearful mindset to one of just open reception. Okay, so you've decided, I choose abundance. Great. But how do you make that actually stick, right? Especially when old habits and old ways of thinking die so hard. That brings us to our next big idea, rewriting your money story. This is the practical, how-to part of the whole thing, and it's all about actively reprogramming your subconscious mind. The source lays out a pretty clear three-step meditative process. First, you've got to relax your mind. You have to get still and just become receptive, because, let's face it, a busy, anxious mind isn't going to absorb any new programming. Step 2 is to repeat specific affirmations, really letting every word sink deep into your subconscious. And then, step 3 is to truly internalize that belief, to take it from just a phrase you're saying to a reality you actually feel and live. And this is the perfect place to start with those affirmations. The very first belief you need to tackle is worthiness. Saying, I am worthy of wealth, I deserve financial abundance, that's not about being entitled. It's about undoing those deep-seated feelings that maybe, just maybe, we're not good enough to be prosperous. According to the source, this is the absolute bedrock you have to build everything else on top of. And from there, the idea builds. See, it's not just about adding new beliefs. It's also about subtraction. This affirmation is all about actively letting go, releasing the fear, the anxiety, the guilt, all those limiting beliefs we might have picked up from our family or our culture. The idea is you kind of have to clear out the old, unhelpful software before you can install the new upgrade. So right here, this is the crucial shift in energy. So many of us see getting money as this constant struggle, a total grind. This affirmation is designed to completely reframe that whole relationship. The idea is that when you're aligned, money flows to you, easily and effortlessly. It opens you up to receiving wealth from all kinds of channels, yeah, the ones you expect, but also in ways that might totally surprise you. Now, this brings us to a really fascinating and, frankly, powerful tool in this whole framework, the gratitude multiplier. In this context, gratitude isn't just some passive feeling. No, it's presented as an active force, like an engine that can actually amplify your wealth. The core principle here is so simple, but it's also really profound. Gratitude multiplies my abundance. The energy of appreciating what you already have basically signals to the universe that you're ready and open for more. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop. The more grateful you are, the more you have to be grateful for. So how do you put this into practice? Well, it starts with being grateful for the money you have right now, no matter how much or how little. Then it's about having gratitude in advance for the money that's already on its way to you. The source even suggests believing that every single dollar you spend comes back to you multiplied, which totally transforms spending from an act of loss to an act of circulation and faith. So, let's say you align with abundance. You rewrite your story. You activate gratitude. What's the end result of all this work? Well, that leads us to the final concept we're going to break down, becoming a money magnet. And a money magnet is defined as the state you achieve through all this consistent internal work. It's that place where your personal energy is so aligned with the frequency of abundance that wealth and success, they're no longer things you have to chase. They're things that are naturally drawn to you. You literally become the center of attraction. So what does that actually look like in the real world? The source material describes some very real, tangible results. Maybe your income is constantly increasing. You could start spotting profitable opportunities everywhere you look. You'd naturally start creating multiple streams of income. But maybe the most important thing of all, you feel financially free. That internal feeling, that's the ultimate price. Now, what's really important to understand here is that this isn't about getting something for nothing. The source of all this abundance is you. It's your talents, it's your work, it's the value you give to the world. One of the affirmations is actually, the more value I give, the more money I receive. This powerfully connects your internal alignment to what you're actually doing out there in the world. And this really is the ultimate payoff. The source claims that things that might have once seemed like miracles or just unexpected blessings, they become your new normal. Doors of opportunity that you never even saw before suddenly swing wide open. It's all about getting into a state of flow where things just seem to work out in your favor. So we're going to end with this final, really powerful idea from the source material. It basically says that this isn't something you're waiting around for. Your wealthy future has already begun in the exact moment you decide to align with it, which leaves us with the ultimate question to think about. What will you create with it?